So today we will begin with some applications of linear equation in one variable. In the last class we have studied what is linear equation and how to solve simple equations. Today we will study about some applications of linear equation, how to solve, how to form equations when statement is given to us and we have to transfer it into equation. We have to convert them into equation. Equation forming is very difficult task. If you will study it once, twice, thrice, four times, five times, then you are able to convert statements or word problems to equations. So let us try to form some equations with the help of questions. So let us begin with exercise 2.2. So let us begin with question number 1, exercise 2.2. First of all, we have to read the question. Carefully we have to read it once, twice, thrice, still will not get. What is the question? If you subtract half from the number and multiply the result by 1 by 2, you get 1 by 8. What is the number? We need to find the number. So number is not given to us. We have to assign the number some variable x, y or z, anything we can. So let's begin solution. What is number? So let's assign the number. Let the number be x. We assume the variable x. Now again we'll read the statement, again we'll read the question. If you subtract half from the number, number is x now. And let's subtract half from the number. From the number we have to subtract half. So we have subtracted. And multiply the result. Result is unknown to us. We can't subtract x and 1 by 2. So we have to put bracket like this because this is only the result. And multiply the result by 1 by 2 and we have multiplied by 1 by 2. This is number, half you have subtracted, so this is the result. Generally if the two numbers are there, 5 and 7, then we can see the result. 7 minus 5 is 2. But here one variable and one number is there, so we can't subtract it. So this is the only result. So we have to put bracket like this. So because result is unknown to us, result is not known to us because variable is there. Now multiply the result by 1 by 2. We have multiplied by 1 by 2. You get means equals to, you get 1 by 8. You get 1 by 8. So we have converted this word problem to an equation. Now we are going to solve this equation. As usual, whatever in multiplication will go in division. So let's try to solve this equation. 1 by 2 is in multiplication with variable. This full is variable part because result is unknown to us. So this is full variable part. 1 by 2 will go there, multiplication, so it will convert to division. Divide by 1 by 2 implies x minus 1 by 2 equals to 1 by 8. Divide change to multiplication. Take the multiplicative inverse or reciprocal. 1 by 2, 2 by 1. 2 ones are 2 fours are. Implies x minus 1 by 2 equals to 1 ones are 1, 4 ones are 4. Now transpose minus 1 to other side. This is negative. So it will go there, positive. X equals to 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2. Now let's add them. Take LCM, denominators are not same. LCM is 4. 1 plus 2, that is 3 by 4. So therefore our number is 3 upon 4. Our number is 3. In this way we can solve it easily. And now if you wish to check also, then we can check also that whether our answer is coming correct or not. So let's check this also. To check whether whatever solution we have done, that is correct or not. Number is 3 by 4. Now what is the question? Read it again. If you subtract half from the number, now let's subtract half from the number. Number is known to us now. 3 by 4 is the number. And we will subtract half. Now we can easily subtract because this is a fraction only, so we can easily subtract. So subtracting 3 by 4, make denominator same, LCM. So result is 1 by 4. And multiply the result by 1 by 2. Let's multiply the result by 1 by 2. So multiplying 1 ones are 1, 4 twos are 8. You get 1 by 8 and we are getting 1 by 8. That means we are correct. Our solution is correct. So answer X is 3 by 4. Now let's do question number 2. So let's read it again. Question number 2. The perimeter of a rectangular swimming pool. A rectangular swimming pool is there. So let's make one rectangular swimming pool. This is rectangular swimming pool. Perimeter is given to us. Perimeter is given to us. 154 meter is the perimeter. Sum of all sides is 154. Its length is 2 meter more than twice its breadth. We have to read this line. We have to read this line again and again so that we will convert it into an equation. Its length is 2 meter more than twice its breadth. Length 2 meter more plus twice the breadth. That means the smaller one is breadth, and let us assume breadth to be x. Let the breadth of the pool be x meter. So this is breadth, so breadth is x. Length is 2 meter and twice the breadth. Then length of the pool is equals to 2 meter more plus twice the breadth. Breadth is x. That means 2 plus 2x. This is the length of the pool. Length is 2 meter more and twice the breadth. Breadth is x. So length is 2 more, so 2 plus twice the breadth, 2x. So length equals to 2 plus 2x and breadth equals to x. Now we know the perimeter of rectangle. Now perimeter of rectangle we know very well. In earlier classes we have studied what is the perimeter of rectangle. Perimeter of rectangle. What is given to us? 154 meter. It is given to us. And we know the formula of perimeter rectangle. 2 multiply L plus B is given to us 150. Now put the values. What is the length? 2 plus 2x. What is breadth? X equals to 150. So we have converted finally this word problem into an equation. We got the equation with the variable x. Now very easily we can solve. 2 plus 2x plus x, we know how to add with like terms. 2x and x, no coefficient means 1 is there. 2x plus x, 3x equals to 154. Multiply distributive property. 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6x equals to 154. Transpose 4 to other side. 6x equals to 154 minus 4. 6x equals to 150. Now I am doing the remaining part here. X equals to, it implies x equals to 150 divided by 6. X equals to 150 divided by 6. Now cut. X equals to 25. So finally we got the value of x. And what is x here? What we assumed as x? Breadth. Therefore, breadth equals to 25 meter. And what is length? Length we know 2 plus 2x. Length is 2 plus 2x. Put the value of x in length. X is 25. 2 plus 50. 52 meter. Therefore, final answer. Therefore, length equals to 52 meter and breadth equals to 25 meter. Similarly, you can check also. If you wish, you can check also and you will find that our answer is correct. So in this way we can transform word problem into an equation. It's very important that we have to transform. If you don't know how to transfer, read the question so many times, still you are not able to convert it into an equation. Now let us begin question number 3. So again let's read the question carefully. Solution number 3. Base of an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle is given. This is an isosceles triangle. Any two sides of triangle are equal, then it is called an isosceles triangle. Base of an isosceles triangle is 4 by 3. Its base is given to us. This is the base, and base is given to us 4 by 3 centimeter. And remaining two sides are equal. As we know in isosceles triangle, any two sides are equal. So these are the two equal sides. Perimeter of triangle is 4 to by 15 centimeter. Perimeter is given to us. What is the length of either of the remaining equal sides? So these two sides are equal. So let us assume these equal sides be each x. Let the length of either two sides be x. So this is x, this is also x. Perimeter is given to us. Perimeter of triangle 4 2 by 15 centimeter. Perimeter of triangle is given to us 4 2 by 15. Perimeter means sum of three sides. X plus 4 by 3 equals to, convert mixed fraction to improper, 15 4 ja 60 plus 2 62 by 15. So finally we have formed this into an equation. We have converted statement form into an equation form. Now we can solve it. Easily we can solve. X plus x, 2x, 4 by 3 transpose 4 by 3 to other side, 2x equals to 62 by 15 minus 4 by 3. Denominators are not same, take LCM, make the denominator same. LCM is 15, 3 5s are multiplied by 5. 62 minus 20 by 15 means 42 by 15. Now this is in multiplication, so it will go to division side. X equals to 42 by 15 into 2. Divides in denominator, it comes in denominator. But this will come, or either you write divide by 2, then into 1 by 2 like this. Now cut 2 1s are, 2 2s are, 2 1s are. 3 7s are, 3 5s are. So final answer is 7 by 5. Therefore equal sides of isosceles triangle equals to 7 by 5 meter each, centimeter each. Unit is centimeter given to us, centimeter, 7 by 5 centimeter, the length of two equal sides. Question number 4. Sum of two numbers is 95. If one exceeds the other by 15, find the numbers. Means two numbers are there and their sum is given to us 95. If one exceeds the other by 15, very important line, if one exceeds the other by 15, means one number is greater than the other number by 15. We have to find the numbers. So let's find out the numbers. Let the first number be x. let the first number be x. Then what about second number? Then second number equals to exceed the other by 15, means other number is 15 more than the first number. 15 more means x plus 15. Now sum of two numbers is 95. Given sum of two numbers is given to us 195. First number x, second number x plus 15. The sum is 95. Finally we have converted it into an equation. Now let's solve. X plus x, 2x plus 15 equals to 95. Transpose 15 to other side. 2x equals to 95 minus 15. 2x equals to 80. X equals to 80 by 2. X equals to 40. Therefore, first number equals to 40 and second number is 15 more than x plus 15. 40 plus 15, that means 55. Clear, children? Now let us begin question number 5. Two numbers are in the ratio 5:3. If they differ by 18, what are the numbers? So let's find out this question. Two numbers, we don't know the numbers, and whenever ratio is given to us, we have to assume the numbers be 5x and 3x. Ratio is 5:3, therefore numbers are 5x and 3x. If the ratio is 7:9, then assume the numbers be 7x and 9x. So let's begin. Let's start. Let the numbers be 5x and 3x. So ratio is 5:3, therefore numbers are 5x and 3x. If they differ by 18, they differ means difference. If the difference is 18, 5x minus 3x equals to 18. The difference is given to us 18. We have to find out the numbers. So simply we got the equation. Now we can solve it easily. Equation 5x minus 3x equals to 18. So children, our main motto is that we have to convert word problem into an equation. 5x minus 3x, 2x equals to 18. X equals to 18 by 2, x equals to 9. Therefore numbers are 5x means 5 into 9, 45, and 3x equals to 3 into 9, 27. Therefore what numbers are there? 45 and 27. In this way we can do easily. Question number 6. Three consecutive integers add up to 51. We have to find out the integers. Three consecutive integers. Consecutive means one after another. Means if we assume one number be 7, the other number will be 8, and the other number will be 9. If you assume one number be 50, then another number 51, then another number 52. So same here we have to follow, but we don't know the numbers. So let us start by taking variable x. Let the first integer be x. First integer we assumed as x. Then second integer equals to x plus 1, because there are three consecutive integers, and third integer equals to x plus 1 means x plus 2. Now three consecutive integers add up to 51, means first integer plus second integer plus third integer add up to given to us 51. So first is x, second one x plus 1, and the third one x plus 2, and they add up to 51. So finally, again we have formed the equation. Equation forming is very important here. If we don't know how to form the equations, then we have to read the question again and again till we arrive at the equation form. So now collecting all variables, here no coefficient means 1 is there. So x plus 1 more x plus 1 more x. So 3x are there, and 1 and 2 equals to 51. 1x, 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 3x. 3x plus 3 equals to 51. 3x equals to 51 minus 3. 3x equals to 48. X equals to 48 by 3 means 16. Therefore, we'll write here, therefore, 3 integers are, first is x means 16 only. Second integer, x plus 1, 16 plus 1, 17. And the third one, x plus 2, x is 16, 16 plus 2, 18. So, therefore integers are 16, 17 and 18. And when we add these three numbers, we will get the result 51. Let us begin with question number 7. The sum of 3 consecutive multiples of 8. 3 consecutive multiples of 8 is given to us 888. So find the multiples. We don't know the multiples. So let's begin with the equation forming. Let the first multiple of 8 be x. We assumed it x. It is a multiple of 8, means it comes in the table of 8. Then second multiple of 8. Equals to x plus 8, because it is just after the first multiple. Suppose 16. So 16, after 16 what comes in the table of 8? So that is a multiple of 8, that is 24. Then after 24, 32. So like this we have to do. In the first multiple we assumed as x, then second one will be x plus 8, and third one will be x plus 8 plus 8. Then and third multiple of 8 equals to x plus 8 and plus 8, means x plus 16. Now the sum of 3 consecutive multiples. So let's do the sum of 3 multiples. First x, second one x plus 8, and the third one x plus 16. The sum of 3 consecutive multiples equals to 888 is given to us. So again converted into an equation, statement form is converted to equation. Now easily we can solve. Collect all variables x, 3x. 16 plus 8, 24 equals to 888. Transpose 24 to other side. Subtract. Divide. So finally our answers come. Therefore, first multiple of 8 equals to 288. Second multiple of 8, x plus 8 equals to 288 plus 8, 296. And third multiple of 8, 296 plus 8, 304. Therefore, what are 3 multiples of 8? 288, 296 and 304. Now let us begin question number 8. Three consecutive integers are such that three consecutive integers. So whenever consecutive comes, we have to assume the first integer x, second one x plus 1 and the third one x plus 2. Three consecutive integers are such that when they are taken in increasing order, means smaller to larger, and multiply by 2, 3, 4 respectively, they add up to 74. So let's form an equation of this one. So children, listen carefully. This one is somewhat difficult. So let us begin by taking integers only. Let the first integer be x. Let the first integer be x. Then second integer equals to x plus 1 and the third integer equals to x plus 2. Now when they are taken in increasing order, so let's take increasing order, arranging in increasing order, x plus 1, x plus 2, arranging in increasing order. These are increasing order, smaller to larger, increasing order. Now let's arrange them in increasing order. So we arrange smaller plus 1 then plus 2, the larger one, and multiply by 2, 3, 4, and multiply by 2, this one with 3 and this one with 4. We have multiplied by 2, 3 and 4 respectively. 2 with first one, 3 with second one and 4 with third one. They add up to means we have to add them also. They add up to 74. So 74 is the sum. So children, see how we have found the equation. Now let's solve. 2 into x, 2x. Multiply 3 into x, 3x. 3 ones are 3. 4 into x, 4x. 4 twos are 8 equals to 74. 2x, 3x, 4x. 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 4, 9. Collecting like terms. In class 7 you have studied algebraic expressions, how to add when like terms are there. So 2x, 3x, 4x. 4, 3, 7 plus 2, 9. 3 plus 8, 11 equals to 74. 9x equals to 74 minus 11. Subtract. 9x equals 63. X equals to 63 by 9 means 7. Therefore, first integer. What is the first integer? X. What is the x? 7. Second integer. X plus 1. 7 plus 1, 8. And third integer. X plus 2. 7 plus 2 equals to 9. Therefore, three integers are 7, 8 and 9. So in this way we can solve easily, children. But you have to read it again and again so that finally you come to form the equation. Now let us begin question number 9. The ages of Rahul and Harun are in the ratio 5:7. And in the previous question also we have seen that whenever ratios are given, how to convert into variable form. So ratio is 5:7. So we will assume the ages be 5x and 7x. So similarly here too, what we will do, children? We will, starting solution, let the age of Rahul be 5x and age of Harun be 7x. So age of Rahul 5x and age of Harun 7x. 4 years later. 4 years later means after 4 years. Later means after. After 4 years. After 4 years, age of Rahul will be 5x plus 4. Suppose your age is today 14 years. Then after 4 years, 14 plus 4, 18. So similarly, the age of Rahul today is 5x. Present age is 5x. So after 4 years, the age will be 5x plus 4. And age of Harun will be 7x plus 4. 4 years later, the sum of their ages will be 56. Means after 4 years, the sum of their ages equals to 56. Means 5x plus 4 plus 7x plus 4 equals to 56. The age after 4 years will be 56. So children, see again, we have converted into an equation. 5x plus 7x, 12x. 4 plus 4, 8 equals to 56. 12x equals to 56 minus 8. 12x equals to 48. X equals to 48 by 12. 4. So x equals to 4. Now, after this I am doing here. Therefore, Rahul's present age equals to 5x means 5 into 4, 20 years, and present age of Harun equals to 7x, 7 into 4, 28 years. So in this way, we can find out the ages of both Rahul and Harun.